You and Rocket have been going out for the past few weeks. Whenever you and the Guardian stopped somewhere, the two of you would go out and have a drink or do something fun. Everything would be going great except for one little thing, or to be more specific, one person. Peter Quill. For some reason, Peter has made it his job to bug you two when you thought you and Rocket had a moment alone together. Peter's been like a big brother to you since you met a few years back. Gamora and Drax didn't really mind the relationship between you and Rocket. As for Groot, he was just happy for his best friend and you. Everyone in the Milano would take turns on the night shift to keep an eye out for potential threats. Tonight it was Rocket's turn. You were in your fave-colored pajamas getting ready for bed, then you approached the Raccoon. "Hey Rocket," you said as you kneeled down beside him. "Hey, what's up?" Rocket replied. "Not much, just thought I'd check on you before I went to bed." "Do you need anything?" you asked. "Relax, I got it. You go ahead and get some sleep," Rocket said. "Okay, good night," you said as you leaned in and gave Rocket a kiss on the cheek. When you pulled away, Rocket grabbed you by your shirt and pulled you in for another kiss. Your eyes closed as you relaxed into the kiss. That kiss only lasted a few seconds until... "Are we keeping it PG in here?" a voice suddenly said behind you two. You and Rocket quickly pulled away and turned around to see Peter Quill standing several feet away with a huge grin on his face. "Damn it, Quill!" Rocket exclaimed. "What? I just thought I'd check in and see how everything was," Peter said, trying to sound innocent. "Everything was going great until you sneaked up on us," Rocket said with a snarl. "Excuse me! I didn't mean to sneak up on you two lovebirds," Peter said with slight sarcasm in his voice. "Go away, Peter!" you growled. "Alright, good night you two," Peter winked before he left. "Jackass," Rocket said under his breath. You just rolled your eyes. The next day, Gamora was currently driving the ship while Peter was taking a nap. A while later, you walked over and stood next to her. "Hey Gamora, how long will it be until our next stop?" you asked. "We'll reach our next destination sometime tomorrow," Gamora replied. "Alright, thanks," you replied before you left. You walked over, took a seat at the table next to Rocket, who sat next to Groot while Drax sat at the other end sharpening his knife. The Raccoon was working on a small gadget with a pair of pliers. "So, how much longer?" Rocket asked as he continued his work. "Gamora said sometime tomorrow," you replied. "That's good. I've been thinking about purchasing new knives lately," said Drax. "I am Groot," Groot said. "Yeah, why do you need another knife?" Rocket asked, translating what Groot just said. "Nothing. I just thought I'd buy a spare knife just in case," Drax replied. "I swear I'm going to go crazy if we don't get there soon," you groaned as you leaned back in your seat. "Don't worry, I have a plan," Rocket said with a small grin. As soon as the Milano was parked at the next stop, you went to your room to get your wallet and went to get Rocket. Gamora, Drax, and Groot were planning to go check out a few shops and stock up on a few items while Peter said he'll catch up with them later. You and Rocket just stepped outside when Rocket paused mid-step. "Could you wait here for a bit? I need to do something first," Rocket said. "Okay," you replied. Rocket walked back into the ship while you waited outside the Milano. 15 minutes passed by and you were beginning to wonder what was taking him so long. Then you saw the Raccoon rushing toward you almost at full speed. Rocket quietly grabbed your hand. "Come on, let's go." "What?" you asked, but Rocket pulled you with him into a run. He almost dragged you through the crowds of people and past several buildings along the way. After a few minutes of running, Rocket stopped and let go of your hand. You both sat down on the nearest bench to catch your breath. "Sorry about rushing you like that," Rocket said, panting. "No, it's okay. But why were you in a hurry back there?" you asked, still panting a little. Rocket didn't reply. He was trying to hold back a laugh. "What's so funny?" you asked, but Rocket continued to snicker. "What did you do?" you asked again. "Well, I went back into the ship and waited for Quill to go to the bathroom. As soon as he was in, I dismantled a few wires to the bathroom door so it wouldn't open." Rocket grinned. "Wait, you locked Peter in the bathroom?" you asked. "Yes!" Rocket laughed. You couldn't help but laugh along with him until you almost couldn't breathe. So that was his plan, to get Peter out of the way long enough for you two to have some alone time together. After you and Rocket calmed yourselves down from laughing, you both took a minute to think about what you wanted to do. "So, where should we go?" you asked. How about here?" Rocket pointed towards a tall apartment complex building. "Wait, what? Why there?" you asked, puzzled. "You'll see, follow me," Rocket said as he began walking toward the building. You two went down the alley and looked. You looked up the fire escape, which led up to the roof. Rocket quickly climbed up the fire escape stairs and a ladder while you followed close behind. When you finally reached the top, you walked over and looked over the city. "Look at the view," you said in awe. Yeah, it's nice, Rocket said as he stretched. You sat down as your back leaned against the wall next to the roof axis and took in a deep breath. Rocket took a seat next to you and sighed. Hey, guess what? Rocket asked with a slight smile. What? You said as you looked over to the raccoon. The raccoon shifted closer to you. We're finally alone now. You can skip this part as it is a little weird, alright? Rocket crawled upon your lap and began to nuzzle your neck. His whiskers tickled your neck slightly, while his cold, wet nose brushed against your skin. You let a small gasp as you tilted your head back. He took in a deep breath to take in your scent. Then Rocket moved his face away from your neck and looked up at you. You were about to say something, but Rocket captured your lips into a kiss. You responded by gently placing one hand on his back while the other stroked the back of his head. Rocket nibbled on your lower lip, asking for an entrance. You opened your mouth lightly and you felt his tongue slide in. You moved your tongue along with his as you two continued your sensual lip lock. A minute later, you both pulled away for air as Rocket rested his head beneath your chin. You know we have to go back eventually, you said. Yeah, but let's grab a drink, then we'll head back. What do you say? Rocket asked. Sure, you replied. You two came back to the Milano about 2 hours later. Peter sat down at a table while Gamora was checking the wiring to the bedroom door. Drax and Groot were busy putting things away as you and Rocket walked over to them. What happened? You asked. I am Groot, Groot replied. He said Quill somehow got stuck in the back room for over 2 hours, Rocket said. I wonder how that happened, you said as you looked at Rocket with a small smile.